Bible. Yeah. hmm You know, I was really thinking about this Bible Belt this morning. Yes. Uh-huh. The Southern Poverty Law Center. Yes. Could you call them for me? It looks like we have some individuals involved in terrorism. Now, quite often in the Bible Belt, I know that there's this want of being good Christian evangelicals. But I thought I'd take the belt today. Yeah, there's some southern states that will find that I'm very upset. Yes. And I'm just going to focus on that Bible belt this morning. Now, somebody, yes, thought that we didn't have to enforce the laws. Yes. And for all the government agencies and departments that have really classified different groups of American citizens as being terrorists, ouch! There's a little matter called public policy. Yes. hmm hmm Now, yesterday, I was looking at the public policy where you do not use the judicial system in any unethical way or abusive to any other individual. No, no, no. And I got to thinking about why it is that we allow for the use of the judicial system by the individuals known as the pro se indigent petitioners. Yes. Where the law doesn't feel an obligation to make sure that they understand the requirements of the law, the rules of the court, and then the obligations of being the durable power of attorney when motioning the court. Now, I know a lot of this probably originated from that Bible Belt. Yes. The Lord told you to do it. It was God that made you decide that you didn't have to obligate the enforcement of the laws. Yes. The enforcement of the court rules. Yes. And then there are these constitutions of the individual states, ooch, as well as the United States Constitution. Now, I wake up wondering how it's possible, yes, that you could allow for the use of the attorney in fact, yes, of the petitioner, yes, without taking into consideration the jurisdiction of Guam at the time of motioning the court in a civil matter. And then when I inform you of fraud, forgery, and felony, yes, you seem to think that there is no contempt of court to any indigent pro se petitioner that wants to use the court to take your children from you. Yeah. hmm Now, I got to looking at what's known as contempt of court, the willful disregard of the authority or dignity of a court, as the disobeying of its orders or the disruption of its proceedings. Contempt may be direct or constructive. There's an idea. Yes. What is the constructive contempt of court of a petitioner? Yes. And that doesn't have jurisdictional law to motion the court for a protection order. Yeah. Probably didn't include in the petition for dissolution of marriage the stipulation and order. Yes. Intentionally motion the court for a default dissolution of marriage without any jurisdiction to motion the court for the dissolution of marriage. Yeah. Because she did know we were married in Kosovo in our United Nations marriage certificate. Now, this constructive contempt of court, yes. Let's say you're the attorney and you had intentionally constructed a contempt of court, yes, that may or may not have been seen, yes, since the Civil War. Oh. Where you walk into court using your durable power of attorney as the custodian of my five sons, yes, explain to the court that your husband's gone crazy. The court decides to issue a protection order, yes, where you're going to obligate me to have a mental health evaluation to have visitation with my own children. And then when I inform you of the forgery, yeah, of Heidi Lee Budner, the lookalikes, yes, and then the ex-official Superior Court clerk, yeah, you decided that you would enforce the constructive contempt of court. Now, construction of a contempt of court, yes, could have many different faces. And when I look at the construction of the contempt of court, yes, there's a possibility that the constructive of the contempt of court